Good morning, everybody. I'm Kim Grajcar, and I have been supplying these to people that are hard of hearing for the last 11
Can you
years.
speak up, please?
I would be happy to. These phones are amplified so that you can hear better what people are saying, which is really helpful. A lot of people that have hearing loss struggle with the television, the telephone, and communication in general. The phones also have captions on them, so if you can't understand what the person is saying to you verbally, you can read the words on the screen. Every one of these phones also include answering machines where you can read your messages. So when you get those phone calls from the girls at the doctor's office you can't understand, you're going to be able to read all the details on the screen. There's also a conversation memory where you can go back and you can review what was said to you after you hang up, which is really helpful. Oftentimes people think they say something they didn't say, so it's really nice for the person that doesn't hear well to be able to go back and confirm it. And we are available nationwide and in all the US territories. These phones do require an internet connection for the captioning. A lot of people have given up their landlines, so we have come up with ways to help people that don't have landlines anymore. A Magic Jack costs you less than $4 a month, provides an unlimited phone service.
$45.
It's $50 plus tax a year. And every year that's what they charge you. And you get unlimited service, you can move your Magic Jack from room to room. It gives us the ability to give a person more than one phone in the home. And they can take it anywhere they go, including apparently foreign countries. I don't know if they can get it to work somewhere else, great. But what's also great about this is that we have people that are very low income. They can get low income rates now for internet, especially in Palm Beach County. But oftentimes they're maxed out, can't afford any more. If they cannot afford a phone line, we will supply it to them. We will pay for it if they're going to use the phone. I wanted to briefly take a moment to show you that when I press the home button on this screen, you can see what it looks like, very similar to an iPad or a computer. And I have a speakerphone on this particular model. Two of them have speakerphones. We have different models for different users. This is touchscreen easy, so I can touch my answering machine, and it brings up my list of messages. Again, the doctor's office is very difficult. When I hit the play button, I can turn on the speaker to hear it.
This message is for Anne.
And you can hear how loud
Anne,
it
we are
is.
calling to confirm your follow-up appointment with Dr. Wilson for next Wednesday, the 23rd at 9:45 a.m. If you need to change your appointment, please give us a call right away at 608-555-2589. Thank you and have a nice day.
And when the message is done, a scroll bar appears so they can scroll back through the message and see it again. If I go back to my home screen, there's my conversation memory. It's the caller ID. It shows you all the names and numbers of who has called you. And if I spoke to Mary and she told me she said something I'm reasonably sure she didn't, I can scroll back through the conversation and tell her, here's what she said, Mary.
Replay.
And then we can put all their contacts in here. Touch. And it's really nice because doctors, pharmacy, the people they need to call the most can be right there. We can even put their 4 favorite people directly on the screen here so that every time they turn on the phone, they just punch the one they want to call. It's fancy, but it's really easy. We bring it, we set it up, we show them how it works. We provide continued support. It's 24/7. They just press that blue button, turn on the phone, and it dials Wisconsin, where our phones are made. They get a person that actually answers the phone. They're not put through an automated system, and it's very easy to discuss whatever your problems are and get help. If they cannot fix the problem with the customer service people over the phone, I get an email to go out and visit them and solve their problem. Sometimes they knock these over. The screen's very fragile. It cracks. If it cracks, it's not going to work. We replace it. We don't charge them anything for any part of what we do. You got a question, Ira?
Can you import contacts into the phone list?
So at this point in time, we have the ability to import from your cell phone directly to here with the Bluetooth model. We've stopped producing the Bluetooth model at this time because we're going to be improving it. So I have to get a specific phone to be able to do that. but they can add the contacts directly from the call history. So if I have a person here, right here, normally before the picture is added and the contacts imported, it actually says add to contacts, and I just touch it and it will take me right over to the contact list, and it pops into a field that looks like that with all the information, and then I can customize it and save it. You can also manually put your contacts in that way. A lot of different options. We caption in English and Spanish. They can change the language right on the screen, so if somebody calls, they want to speak in Spanish, they put it on Spanish, vice versa. Any other questions? Okay.
Yeah, if somebody has Wi-Fi in their home, do they need the Magic Jack, or does it work with?
So this is often in confusion. Wi-Fi is for your internet. So that has nothing to do with the dial tone. So we need a separate dial tone. Now, some people have, let's say Xfinity, you have a modem and we have VoIP, and you have your dial tone right through the modem. Then we just plug in the modem and we get it set up there. Otherwise, we need working phone jacks in the home, and Comcast or whoever doesn't always do that.
How does Magic Jack work?
So the Magic Jack will plug into the back of the phone. It's a little device.
Is it wireless?
And it is not. It plugs into electric. So we'll have an electrical outlet. We have a power strip. We plug in the Magic Jack. Now let's say the modem's in my other room. I use an adapter that has a pair. One goes by the modem, one goes here, and it brings the signal right to the Magic Jack. So there's a lot we can do. Independent and assisted livings like this are so-so. If they have really great Wi-Fi, we can connect, we can add an extender, we can even provide the phone line. If they have modems in their apartments, Allegros have ports in the wall we can plug right into. Every place is different, so we go in and we see what we can do. We found out here we're able to install phones and we have great success. So we've actually put 3 phones in here recently. So it is a wonderful service and product a lot of people don't know about. Word of mouth. Anybody you know with hearing loss, regardless of age or income, is entitled to this. There's also a phone that the state of Florida provides. It's amplified. It's cordless. We like them to have both. That way they don't jump up to get to this phone and trip over the ottoman and get hurt like my grandmother did. So I want them to have a complete phone system for hearing loss. Thank you.
Thanks.
Paul?
If you had a choice to just, oh, you see when I'm talking, it looks like it's putting me on the screen there. But if you had a choice to just plug in the dial tone jack from the house and not the Wi-Fi, will it work if you don't care about the screen? Because that really has a really good speaker volume.
It does, but the whole purpose of this phone is that you're going to use it with captions. So if the person doesn't need the captions, we just have them get the state amplified phone. Because if they're not using it with caption, it's really not benefiting them or us.
Do you do the state amplified
I
phone?
do refer them. We work hand in hand. Once a month in Delray, we show up to the medical center at Atlantic and Military, and we showcase this along with the state program that has preset appointments. You can have both. We want them to have both. New York does not have a state program. DC does not. About 3 other states that I don't remember don't. So the fact that Florida provides both programs is wonderful. We want people to partake of everything that's available. We also focus on vision loss. We have a screen on one of our phones this big. I also know where to send people that have vision loss. So I try to immerse myself in every community. I'm all the way up to Daytona. It's a challenge. But little by little, I find out where the programs are so I can lead people to all the services that they're entitled to and so deserving of. The veterans especially, they're my passion. Anything I can do to reach the veterans, I want to be at all their meetings. No question?
I want to talk to you afterwards.
Okay, great.
You put in a couple of CapTel phones in my house about 6 years ago, remember?
I do.
And the customer service was phenomenal. And anytime I had a problem, it was right there. The phones were crystal clear. The only thing that you probably can prove now is it took a while for them to speak until it got transposed.
So
It was a small little lag.
we use automated captioning now. And if the person can't understand the person with the automated captioning on, they can push a button on the screen that says add assistant, an operator. And then an operator comes on the other side of the call. They don't interact with you, can't hear you. They're only hearing half a conversation. But they can then jump in and help to type in corrections and input information so you understand that person better. With the automated captioning, it's literally right there the minute they say it. It is so fabulous.
Good improvement, that's
Much
good.
improved. And we improve them all the time. We're the only ones that are designed this way with a tablet on a base. We're the original inventors, the only ones made in the USA. And we constantly send updates to these phones through that internet connection to improve them and fix any issues. Yes, Sarah.
I know you said it's free for the consumer, but what is the cost for a phone like that?
There is no cost
No,
for
I know there's
anyone
not,
to
but I
have
mean
it,
the
but the
cost.
manufacturing cost is over $800. I have had hearing specialists have these demoed in their office. They close their doors and they throw our phone in the garbage. It just happened to me. Breaks my heart because they're very expensive. And if there's a problem, we fix it. And I have people that literally just throw them in the garbage instead of calling customer service. So it's a big deal.
I know you get one, you can get a household one phone. What if you want a second phone? Would there be a charge for that?
No, we will give people second phones. That is, they've had it for a while. They're really using it. They really need it. Maybe they have mobility issues, so they can't just get to one phone easily. Maybe they have a large home upstairs, downstairs. We look at the circumstances, and I usually always get approved to give somebody a second phone.
That's new, good question.
So we've been doing it forever. Back in the
Which is
day, we used to
okay, 'cause
charge
now
for
we can
them.
talk, or maybe we can just upgrade that one. Next time it
Absolutely.
comes that, I
Absolutely, we do that all the time. If somebody decides they want to try a different model or something's going wrong, we're constantly replacing them. They do get to the point where we can't update them. We just give you a new one, start fresh.
And who pays for it?
So we all pay for it through the taxes and the phone bill. So every time you pay your phone bill, some of your taxes, about 12 cents a month, provide for both programs. So that makes you feel a little better about paying those taxes because people that couldn't normally use a phone can use this. And I literally had a man that lost his wife that hadn't used a phone in years. It was a brand new day for him when I gave him this phone. The tears were flowing nonstop from both of us. Any other questions?
I think it was, I don't know exactly, I can go way back, but I think it was about 30 years ago, the federal government added $1.50 to every phone number in the country. Okay, and it's been involved in your phone number, whether it's a cellular number, whatever it is.
Right.
In those days, it's pagers and everything else. And that $1.50 was supposed to go to internet for everybody in the country and that kind of thing. And I think that's probably where that 12 cents comes from.
Yeah,
And
it's
we've
just
been
your
paying
taxes.
We've been paying for years.
If you look at your bill, you see taxes, like I said, it's about 12 cents a month.
Cell phones and landlines pay those taxes.
As well,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
All right, give Kim a round of applause. And just so you know, if you want to catch any of the questions or any of the presentation again, you can go onto my LinkedIn or my YouTube or my Facebook. And to find those social media, LinkedIn, my YouTube, or Facebook, just go to paulfinkelstein.com or omgtalk.com. And right underneath, you'll see the links to Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. And then connect on LinkedIn as well, so we could keep the networking ball rolling. I'll just end this.